Hello everybody, Fanny here. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm excited. I've done a lot of work in my house, looks beautiful. I'm gonna show you a little bit, but that's not the point of the video today actually. I am organizing a fundraiser for one of our local businesses, non-profit actually, the Celestial Farms. They just announced that they need to buy the land. They can no longer rent their land, right? It's a rescue animal and a farm, and they always organize family activities, and they changed owner. Esteban literally grew up there. We were always there to learn from the animals. We spent a summer camp. They've been helping so many foster kids and all the animal rescues. I mean, this is very important to keep places like that, and it's sad to see all the small businesses disappearing because of money. Okay, money is always the problem. And when you hear the mentors, when you hear the successful people, you know that there is money. You look at the governments, the fundings, there is money. Okay, so the problem is like the distribution of the money and how we invest into each other. This is why I created the journey to crypto, because I believe that crypto is the new economy when we actually invest into each other to make everything lift up at the same time. And if we keep going in this mentality of you gotta be successful, you gotta be grinding, and there's like the winners and the losers, and if we keep with this mentality, the gap is just gonna get bigger and bigger. And I believe that we all can, at our level, contribute to changing this whole mindset. It's a whole society. Why are there so many people that are depressed and struggling? It's not because we are not good enough. There's thousands of mothers that are working every day and struggling because you have the kids, you don't have the time. Yes, looking for excuses. There is always an excuse. It doesn't mean that people are lazy. It doesn't mean that people are not worthy. Like there's a lot of, yes, there are people that are lazy. There are people that don't have great intentions, and this is why their karma is not working. But when I take my own example of being grinding for years and still being at the same point and get more and more in debt, and I see people like the farm, like Veronica, and I don't know the new owners, but who've been working their ass off like for days, years, every day, and the business is still jeopardized because people go to the farm and they don't donate. Like she would tell me, people come here and they give $5 for an entire family of 5. And or when I used to do my workshops, I would do my workshops for nothing, and some people would still come. Not everybody. Some people would come and still don't pay. When I would make a whole workshop for everybody for $11, and when I'm trying to sell my stuff, I have stuff for all ranges of prices. And when I make a call like, please support my business and buy something, even if it's on my Redbubble store, and buy something $5, if everybody would do it, I wouldn't have the problems that I have right now, that I have to rent my house in the summer, get out of my own house and rent it because I can't afford it. And the farm right now, the business who's doing everything for the animals, and it's a non-profit, and they might have to move out as well because people don't contribute, don't donate. So that's just stuff that threw me off, because as a human, this creates a huge depression in the society, that we start feeling that we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough, we're too lazy. I just can't stand that people tell me that I'm not, grinding enough, because literally I am day and night, and when I sleep for 15 hours is because my body shuts down and I just can't take it anymore. It's not even the efforts or the body tiredness, it's the mental exhaustion of years of fighting for the same struggle, and there's no evolution. And I'm talking about myself, but I'm a reflection of an entire collective, an entire community. So the core of the problem is not us being lazy, it's the entire society of being more generous. And And why did I get broke? Because every time, believe me, every time I see a call for a donation, a business that is struggling, or a call for a donation, or children in Africa, or whatever, I do them all. I give to all of them. I see something, I just can't sleep at night until I contribute, because I'm like, if everybody did that, if the entire city of Jacksonville would give $5, if every single person in the entire Jacksonville would give $5 for Celestial Farms, their problem, they would buy their land tomorrow, and all the families are still happy when they go there and enjoy. The problem is that we don't feel concerned by other people's problems, and I went to the market, and of course, they told me, yeah, well, we're here to support the artists, everybody's struggling. Yes, everybody's struggling, but when someone sends a call that please help, everybody can help $5, And so that's just, yes, and sometimes, yes, I love too much, and I'm always expressing, for others, because it's the things that I feel like been hurting me not to have in my life, and I want to do it for others. I want to keep this honesty and generosity, right? So if we want the society to change, we need to learn. And my other friend, Luluminous, who I've been following from France for 10 years, she started doing everything for free. And she was the same at the beginning. She would do her conferences, and she would say, people give $1 for a conference. After, and take, and you offer all the content for free, and then you have to move to another country because you can't afford to live where you are. Or maybe it's not just the money aspect, it's also the mentality aspect, of course. But it's sad. For me, it drives me crazy to see a B&B. We have another business, B&B, that was an amazing place for kids. Esteban grew up there as well. They closed because people don't get, I don't know, because of COVID, of course, people wouldn't register. This is another story, but it's sad to see all the good small businesses and people who work their butt off disappear because of that. So I wanted to do something for the Celestial Farms. I actually want to put, so here, let me turn around. Okay, so I have this painting here. Beautiful. This one is called Shapeshifters. I have an entire workshop about it on my website. Okay, it's called Art Insights. It's $11 if you want to learn about it. I encourage you to go sign up to that. $11 is nothing. It's 4 conferences where I tour my house. I explain to you all the paintings and the meaning and the symbolism into everything. It's not just about art, it's about learning to see the messages that are around you and decoding the truth that is in plain sight all the time. I swear to you, if you're into conspiracy theories, or if you're still believe that there is this huge gap between the governments, or don't believe in the pharmaceutical industries or whatever, I swear to you that everything is in plain sight. All the truth is out there. It's just coded because depending on your level of consciousness or the level of fear that you're subject to, or your anxiety, there would be huge panics if everybody knew the truth about everything. But so if you progressively learn to read and interpret all the signs, I promise you that you will see the truth in everything. And this is what I teach in my workshops and all of that. So through the art is nice and fun and not stressful, and it's not like, oh my god, I have to learn to do dotism. It's a fun activity where you actually receive, my mentor Dean, he always says, you come for what you want, we give you what you want, but you receive what you need, and if you think you want to have a relaxed weekend with your family and learn about painting, this is what you're gonna get. But you're also gonna get what you need is learning to see and interpret and code and decrypt all of that right? And there's lots of books and researches actually that from centuries old artists that like Da Vinci or the pyramids, all of that, Shakespeare, you see all the links between all of that. For centuries it's been out there and we're still searching for it. Okay, so there is this deep human need to understand. I don't know you, but I can't just live a life with no meaning. Okay, this is at the core of our humanity, to search for the divine. Why is religion so important to everybody? Because we're looking for faith, we're looking for hope and miracles. All this is the magic. So now this is all backed by science. Okay, so there's no such thing as magic nowadays. It's becoming science, understanding the how the magic is possible, because we have so many proofs nowadays. Sign up to my workshops, Metatron Vibes or the Angel Pack. I'll tell you everything. So anyways, I want to do this fundraiser for the farm. So I'm gonna give this artwork, right? It's called Shapeshifters. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do an auction. But the problem is I don't have a lot of following. I don't have a lot of actual support when I post something or participation. So every time I've done a giveaway, I've had literally like maybe 2 likes. Okay, so there's not much of an impact. So I think if I would do this as an auction, we'd probably raise nothing, maybe 20 bucks. And this is a painting that I would like to sell for at least $5,000. That will be maybe worth a lot more in a few years. And I would be mad to actually sell it for 100 bucks, mostly if it's for a fundraiser that isn't going to change absolutely nothing to their situation. So I was thinking making a raffle, right? Raffle, and try to share this. And if everybody wants to contribute, buy a ticket to the raffle so you could win this painting. If you're interested in buying it, I would set the price at $10,000. Okay, remember, it's not for me. I will not get anything from it. It is to help out the farm. They need $300,000. Okay, so $10,000, it's nothing. So of course, for some people, $10,000 is a lot of money, but for some people, it's nothing, and it's just, in a wink, you can help someone's problem. So I might do, so I don't know, if you want to buy it, I was thinking either I start an auction at $10,000 and see how it goes, or I do a raffle ticket and I put all the tickets, $75, so everybody can actually contribute, even if you don't have a lot of budget, for something like that. It's still 75. It's still a quite decent amount, but that would hopefully more people who feel committed to their community and to actually thinking of all these animals. There is cows and goats and rabbits, families, they do parties. It's only people who care about the community. So 75 bucks is nothing. It's going to the restaurant pretty much. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, doing like a raffle, 75 bucks a ticket. And on my birthday, on May 13 or maybe May 16, because there's like 16 rays, I will do the drawing. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So yes, so please get your tickets. I will ship anywhere in the world. Okay, even if you're not from Jacksonville, you can still contribute. And karma remembers everything, and everything I've done, everything I've given. Some days I'm like, everything I did, everything I gave, and I get nothing in return. I'm in debt, and I don't really feel I have psychological help. I have support, but financially, not that much. And some days I'm like, you see, it's easier to fall into this. You know what? Screw everybody now. I'm gonna be just thinking of myself because when you help others, they don't help you in return. Many people that I've helped actually never helped me back. So I'm kind of, you know, sad about it. But in the end, it's not about others. It's about you, who you are. If you're a giver, and you're always gonna feel responsibility, social responsibility to help. You know, if I see the farm is struggling, I can't just stay and not do anything. So even if I'm gonna raise $200, well, at least I try. You know, and this is the sickness of the world. It's just at least try. And even every time I've done a giveaway, it never works. I have 2 people, but I still try. Okay, I've done all my masterminds. I haven't had a single registration after a year in any of my masterminds. I still try because I know the value. I know the value what I'm doing right now. Okay, it doesn't matter in the end. Of course, it matters in the end result well, how much I'm going to raise, how much the farm is going to raise, because it's going to depend. It's going to say if they're going to keep the farm or not. Sorry. But the real value of what I'm doing is being in a world where people stand up for each other. And this is the real value of it. Being in a world where people feel responsible for each other. They feel like they have to do something for the other one who's struggling. Okay, so this is the value. This is what we're doing here. Okay? All right, so I hope that you will participate to that. This is an absolutely beautiful painting. I tell you all the story about it on my Art Insight workshop. Shapeshifters, so you see it has the Fatma hand, which is, oh my god, it means so much. It's a protective symbol, but with the heart in the hand. It's also a symbol of generosity. It has all the, it's like a 16-pointed star. Okay. You see, it even looks, that's what it represents to me. Maybe you see something else, but all the rays of the different colors that represent our society, all the people, all the different communities, all our different auras and colors. And it almost looks like a broken glass, right? All our broken pieces that we finally, you see how the colors blend here in the middle. You finally blend the colors to heal the broken pieces. You know, there is this saying, I can't remember how it's called, but there is this art in Japan to fix the broken porcelain or the broken vases and stuff like that with gold, you know, and it actually shows the story. You know, for example, when someone tells you something hurtful or someone does something that hurts you over and over, or maybe just one time, someone's going to tell you something that you will never forget, you know, and there is this image that says, how to explain it to a child, for example. Like my son sometimes is like, I don't love you, mommy, you know, and I'm like, because I'm trying to put a rule or boundary or educate him on something, and he's like, oh, mommy, I don't even love you. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, you realize what you're saying? And then, you know, I take this image, like you see a broken plate. You break the plate. You can stick it back together, but will it ever be the same? No, it will never be the same. Once it's broken, it's broken. Okay? And so it's so important, the words that we use for each other, or when you know that something is hurting someone and you keep doing it, then it will never be the same. So that's kind of and so the Japanese have a great way to contour that, right? Is that they actually fix the broken pieces with this gold. And it shows, well, this is also part of the story. How we all have our broken pieces. It doesn't mean we're going to get to be broken forever. Sometimes you can make gold out of your wounds. Okay, so that's kind of the image for that as well. It's like all this broken glass here, but it's colmaté. How do you say? It's fixed. It's stuck back together. It's sewed back together by colors, right? And in the end, it looks almost like a bullet, right? It makes me think of a bullet that's levitating, you know, or like in Matrix when Neo is blocking the bullets like this with his hands, and he's blocking them by the power of his mind. So this is all the representation of this painting. It's beautiful, and it's a huge painting as well. It's a 24 by 30, right? If you're in Jacksonville, I can give you a frame that goes with it. I have the frame for it. If you're somewhere else in the world, I'm not going to ship with the frame because it's super heavy, and it's probably, unless you pay for the shipping. In that case, yes, and the shipping is at your cost also. Depending, we'll see. If I raise a lot of money, I will offer the shipping. But if only 3 people participate and you're not in Jacksonville, then you pay for shipping. Okay, remember, it's for a charity. It's not for me. Yes. All right, so I hope you will all participate and feel involved into this. Local businesses, you know, this is where our future is. Okay, in local fruits and vegetables. When there is a blockos, okay, when you see what's happening in Russia right now, or what was it? I don't know, for a while we couldn't find certain stuff because there was a blockos, right? And everything was on the ships out to sea, and they wouldn't let them in or whatever. So what is our autonomy? Is growing our own garden, having our own solar panel to provide our own electricity. Okay, most of the people don't buy the solar panels because they don't know that there is government helps and all of that. As soon as I can afford it, I'm gonna get my solar panel. So then I'm independent for my energy. I'm growing my own garden, so I'm independent in my own garden, right? So all the local organization, association, the small businesses, this is the heart of the world, and you're not just investing in whatever you're buying, the product, you're investing in values. You're investing in a value of people, of a world, of happy people, of people who live with passion, of people who wake up happy and motivated and who believe in what they do, and a product is made with love, right? You don't have this at Walmart or all the made in China stuff that are made by kids, underpaid. So yeah, the where you put your money is the world you're creating. We're still in a world where we need money for everything. And yesterday that was funny at the market because I didn't have money I didn't have cash. They were only taking cash, and I had like these coins for vegetables. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'll trade you some coins. And he's like, okay. And I was like, see, this is cool because you're getting a value for another value. Not everything has to go through the money, but we're still not there until we start being so greedy and start feeling more concerned by everybody else. Yeah. So it starts with us, and it starts with the little things like that. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. Shapeshifters, okay, get your ticket. Thanks if you're interested in buying it. Like I said, I'm still thinking, but like I said, every time I put something, I don't really have lots of feedback. So let's do that raffle. Okay, $75. Please share on your pages. Yep, and I will try to put a little gift with it or something. All right, bye guys.